Hi, it's Ed Barrera from Gravity Works, and I help people overcome physical pain, reduce muscular stress and tension, and recover quickly from injury using safe, simple, natural tools known as somatic exercises, where we use the brain to change how our muscles can get back to comfort so we can confidently do what we want once again in our body. Do you give good head? That's not what I'm talking about, okay? I've been told I give good head, and that's not what you should be thinking about either. I'm talking about this 10 to 12 pound bowling ball that's sitting on the top of our heads, okay? That head. Now, I've seen any number of compensations when it comes to holding our heads. You know, there's people that have their chins up, or people that have their chins really far down, or some people have their faces tilted over to the side, or some people have a slight bent, or they'll have a rotation, a chin up, and even shift it over to the side. Any number of compensations we can learn to live with until things begin to ache or we feel the stiffness and the tension. Now, we can change all of those things with simple movement. Now, what I like about movement is all the various ways we can move if we're free. Like, you know, in those Indian movies, you see those people that can do those cool translation movements. I love stuff like that. But we can use the brain by slowing things down. And I'm going to teach you a real simple movement that you can do. You're just going to follow along. So you can do it seated, but I would suggest that you lie down and do it. So if you have to stop the tape to find a place to lie down, you can either listen. You'll be lying on your back with your knees bent. Okay, that would be the ideal position. Or you can watch the fellow here in the picture do the movements as I describe them. Now, very simply, you're going to have your face up to the ceiling. And then all you've got to do is keep the back of your head along the surface. If you lift it up off of the surface, that's okay. This is what you're going to do. You're just going to slide the back of your head to one side. And then you're going to come back. And you'll do it again. And you'll come back. Then you'll shift and go to the other side and come back and then repeat. Now you're going to go from side to side, but as you go from side to side, pay attention to what's happening to your foot or to your hips as you shift your head from one side to the other. That's all there's to it. Now, when we do somatic exercises, we might be focusing on our head, but we want to pay attention to how does it relate to the rest of our body. And when we do somatics, we do them probably a lot slower than you saw in the demonstration, because we focus on the actions that are taking place and on the release. Because when you release yourself slowly, then you create relaxation in the muscles, and then you regain that function by just following along the best that you can. So in this week's somatics class, I'm going to be teaching a lot of movements for the head, some movements for the eyes, and also some movement for the neck and shoulders and spine to help free things. So if you'd like to join me, please do. This is Ed Barrera from Gravity Works, wishing you always to move well.